You guys all have to tell me if I'm live or not. Oh, I got a thumbs up. Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Dory from Stampin' Always with Dory. And we are here with cards, carols, and cupcakes. I have some, actually some real people stamping with me this evening. It's very exciting. And, but I'm also gonna do the online version as well at the same time. So if you hear some background noise, it just means that there are actual people here with me, which is so exciting because I've been stamping by myself for so very long. So if anybody's there, you can give me a thumbs up, you can give me a heart and let me know. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our first Christmas card. Can you guys believe it? It was like 95 degrees in the shade today and we are here making Christmas cards. So we're slightly insane, but that's okay. So we are gonna start out with the Evening Evergreen cardstock. And this one is a little bit different version. So you are going to use your scoring tool, Simply Scored, okay? And you are going to score this at, let me show you, 5.5 and 4 1/4. So one of your scores is gonna be 5.5 and one's gonna be 4 1/4. Hey April, happy Friday. Wow, see I told you we're live. We hear lots of background noise. Nothing wrong with that, right? So here we go. Oh, awesome. Hi, Pat Warner. Look at all these people popping on. There's like real people out in the studio audience too. This is so exciting. So you're gonna start out with 4 1/4 by 11. You are going to score at 5.5 and 4 1/4. You are gonna have one piece of designer series paper that is gonna be 4 by 4. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and you are going to use Tombow. If he chooses to cooperate, which he's not right now because he's being camera shy. There he goes. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna go around. This is our DSP, our 4 by 4. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that to the front, just like that. The great thing about Tombow is he's a little bit forgiving. So if he's not on quite straight, you can kind of finagle him around a little bit. Finagle is the word of the day. And then we have a little 1 by 4 strip. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on the left-hand side. Hey Deb, happy Friday. I think it's Friday. I don't even know what day it is, but. So there, and this is your kind of your book binding fold. Okay, just like that. So you have your designer series paper. So then the next piece we are going to use is our, this is one of the dies from the suite. We're going to stamp this. It says, "Love and joy come to you, and may it last the whole year through." So we're going to grab our early espresso because that coordinates with our pine cones, right? And we're all about coordination here. So let's see how this goes. Just like that. You stamp that right on there. Oh, hi Alice, how are you? Welcome from Indiana. All right. So we are going to, this is a pretty quick and easy card to put together. So you have the love and joy, okay? Thank you for sharing, I greatly appreciate that. And we have our little pine cone, okay? It's gonna go here on the side. And then you have this, it's kind of a mass sprig. And you're gonna basically just cut pieces off of this to use what you need to make this card. Okay, so you're gonna have a little sprig from the top, a little sprig from the bottom, and you're gonna go from there. So I have 2 sprigs, and then I actually need an outside piece to the pine cone. I just stole one from Barbie Hero. She's never gonna know that it's gone. She's in our live studio audience this evening. And so this is actually gonna go right on top. So you have the the large pine cone, and then you kind of have this piece that goes on top of it. Okay, so we're gonna put this on with our Tombow. Make sure you guys can see. All right, just like this. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of tap that around, and that's gonna go right on top, like that. Okay, there we go. The pine cone. And so we are going to put our love and joy on here, like so. And then we also have some of our ribbon. And this is the cherry cobbler and gold. I don't know where I came up with the copper, but it's cherry cobbler and gold. And that's gonna go along the edge, okay? So we are going to take that, let's do this first. Take this piece along the edge, and we're gonna tie this, and we're gonna make a bow. I know you guys, I heard some of you sigh in the audience because you guys don't like to make bows, and it's okay. I still love you, okay? So we are going to take this, and we are gonna make a beautiful bow on the edge there. And if you got your kit, you have an entire spool of ribbon in there, okay? Just like that. And look at that beautiful ribbon right there on the side. It's perfect for any package, any card. And look at that. And then your piece is gonna open, okay? You will have a 4x4 piece of white that's gonna go on the inside. And then we are going to take our dimensionals. So we will add our sentiment. Probably use 4 of those on the background there. Remember, they're double-sided, so you need to peel the piece off the back. Just like that, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the front. We have our beautiful pine cone. The studio audience is so quiet right now. You guys are like radio silent. And we're gonna put our little pine cone on there. And then we have little sprigs. So we're just gonna add those with our, wasn't sure if I would like the bow. Well, I'm glad you like it, Alice. We're gonna add the little sprigs, okay? Here we go. And we're gonna make sure we don't cover up our words there. Okay, and there is our first card. Yeah, I love this, the ribbon too, with the shimmer of the cherry cobbler and the gold. I really love this combination. So I might wear this in my hair later in the season. Just look out, okay? Just saying. All right, so that is card number 1. Okay, so card number 2 is coming your way. And this one, it also uses Evening Evergreen. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fold this in half. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We're gonna use our finger bone folder. Thanks, Pat. All right, just like that. Okay, then we are gonna take this delightful, and I say that with much love, greenery here, okay? And you can decide how you would like to place this on the front of your card. And it's honestly okay if some of the little holes are not filled, because it actually makes it easier for you when you're applying your adhesive. So whether it's your Tombow or you're using your Stampin' Seal Plus, totally up to you. But when some of those little holes are filled, I'm just saying, can be your friend, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just put that right on the front of the card. Thanks, April. All right. So we're gonna press that down, and that's gonna be your background there, okay? So the next thing is we're gonna have a strip of our designer series paper. This is 2 by 5.5, and that's gonna go across the middle, okay? and we are going to, whoops, we are going to put Tombow. You guys see it? Nope, you can't. It's off screen. We're going to put Tombow all across this piece. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Pat. You guys are, sharing is caring. You guys are being so incredibly lovely this evening. Okay, there we go. So we have our little palm fronds. Not really, but, and you can go ahead if you want to attach these a little bit more. You can go back and add a little bit more of Tombow. Okay. If you want a little bit more of an effect, you can kind of let them just come to you, I guess is the best way to say that. And then these are the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and they layer so nicely inside of each other. So this is what your look is going to be. What color cardstock is the die cut panel? That would be Pear Pizzazz is the one that I use. You could also use Granny Apple Green, but I chose to use the ones that coordinate with the Designer Series paper. So that's what we're going to use right there. Okay. So this one we're actually going to use a different sentiment. And this one says, may this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. So we are going to stamp that also in the early espresso on the basic white panel here. That turned out just right. Sometimes you have to, you know, hold your breath. All right, so may this be a Christmas to remember. This is gonna go right inside of the crumb cake. Okay, and I'm gonna use, since I already have my Tombow here, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm gonna put that right on top. Okay. Put it down nice and flat, but of course we can have everything being flat because you guys know better. If you've stamped with me before, you know there have to be dimensionals somewhere on this card. So everyone got a sheet of dimensionals that attended this evening. They're so, you should see the smiles on their faces. Oh my gosh, they're just so stinking excited. So we're gonna peel the back off here, okay? I think Diane just jumped up out of her chair too, so. All right, may this be a Christmas to remember and cherish, all right? So we can stop there, but heavens no. So I'm gonna add a little bit of bling because you guys know how I love my embellishments. So I am going to add, so everyone that attended this evening or got a to-go kit got the red, real red, dazzling, I want to say dazzling diamonds, but check those out. Aren't those beautiful? And you can add a couple more if you want to. I think I want to. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put them all over the card. Okay, here we go. There we go. So look at, check that out. You have lots of bling. We have one, we're even Steven. So we have one on each side, but then of course we have our triangle going here, right? I can't disappoint. And then you're gonna go ahead and you will put your piece of basic white on the inside because we want all of our friends and family to know who this is from. You went to all this hard work to get that evergreen on the front. It's basically a whole tree on the front of your card, so you want people to know who made it. So you're gonna put a piece of basic white on the inside. Okay, you're gonna smooth it out. And then when you're ready, you're gonna stamp your little sentiment right there on the inside. So that's card number 2. Okay. All right. So moving right along. Literally moving right along. All right. So card number 3. This one uses some of our beautiful Designer Series paper. Well, sorry, I just caused an earthquake. And this paper, you can see both sides. We have pine cones on one side and this beautiful design on the other. Okay. Let me get out all my pieces. I think there's more in here, maybe. I might have to phone a friend, but anyway, when I get to that point, I'll let my friend know that I need a couple pieces there. So, all right, so this is crumb cake, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my finger bone folder. And I'm gonna fold that in half, okay? And then the front of your Christmas card is going to involve 2 pieces of your designer series paper. Okay, they go very nicely together. And then this is a problem for me. This is my problem area. We all have problem areas, right? But we don't talk about them. But I cannot stand to have 2 pieces of cardstock without like a piece of ribbon or something that goes over the top to cover them. So I'm gonna use a piece of, just a piece of cardstock. And this is the Evening Evergreen, so I don't have any raw edges showing, okay? So let's go ahead and attach this. So again, I'm using Tombow. And I'm going to, whichever way you would like this to go, okay? Here we go. Okay, so we've laid that down. And then we're gonna go with the other piece. Okay, and you can use your Stampin' Seal. You can use, Diane, there's no talking. All right, so we're gonna put this piece on the bottom. And we're gonna give it a nice smooth edge there, okay? Can I have 2 holly leaves too? Thank you. You guys are awesome. Might invite you back for the second round. All right, so we're gonna put this across, and this is just gonna cover up your edge, okay? Just like that, so you don't have any raw edges there on your Christmas card, okay? So next we are gonna stamp our sentiment. And that one we're gonna stamp in Cherry Cobbler. So we're bringing a new color in, okay? Coordinates very nicely with the designer series paper. And this one says, have a holly jolly Christmas. Okay, so there we go with that one. So we are going to put our dimensionals on both sides. One at the top and one at the bottom. We are going to peel those off. I'm sure some of you are sitting in your home sweating while I'm making Christmas cards, but you know, that's okay. And we're gonna put that right there in the center. Have a holly jolly Christmas, okay? Then we are gonna take, these are the little holly berries. They come in groups of 4. I'm not sure why, but anyway. And so we're gonna trim one off, poor guy, and we're gonna put that right on there. Little holly berries, okay? And then we have 2 little holly leaves that we're gonna put on as well. So I put my holly berries right on the little die itself. And then I'm gonna put the little leaves underneath. So you get a little bit of dimension with the holly berries. Okay, just like that. And then, of course, I can't let that go. So we are gonna come back and we're gonna use some of our little wonderful gems, or you can use your red rhinestones. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pop a couple on here, okay? Some of you may not see them, but that's okay. I know they're there, okay? So there is the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas. So that's card number 3. Okay, moving right along. All right, and then we're also gonna add a nice little twine bow. because you can't have a card. And my little secret with the twine is I like to double it, okay? For the sentiment. That is a die cut. It's actually in the suite itself. And I will get you a picture of that. So I like to double my, I think Diane really just gave me this because she wants me to tie hers, but you know, I hear her back there snickering. So I think that's really, you know, her main reason. But I like to double these because the twine is so thin that, you know, I want somebody to know that I've made this bow especially for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and double it, tie it, trim it, and check that out, okay? And so this is gonna go right over here. You can put it wherever you would like. You can use the Tombow too. It just takes a little longer to dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that right on there, and we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, and look, Diane Maluzio, I just said her name out loud, has a bow for herself as well. There you go. All right. All right, so card number 4 is going to be, we're using Garden Green. We're gonna fold this in half. And these are the delightful pine cones that come along with the suite. So we're gonna fold our Garden Green in half. Yeah, Pat, if you have the suite, the dies are in the, one of the parts of the suite, and then the greenery, like this, is in the other part of the suite with the pine cones and everything. So it's all in there. Okay, Garden Green. All right, so then we are going to use some of our crumb cake. That's going to go right on top. That's going to be our next layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, we're not going to do anything to this one, so we're going to go ahead and apply that right with our Tombow. He is cooperating quite nicely this evening, I must say. Okay. All right, and then you're going to have, this is your designer series paper. You're going to have 2 pieces of that. And you're going to have a circle. You're gonna have your pine cone. You are gonna have, what else are we gonna have? And we're gonna have a piece of greenery. Did I steal it? I stole it. That is right here in front of me. And then we're gonna have some little berries as well. We're gonna put this all together. You guys will see how this all goes together here in a minute, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with our designer series paper, and we're gonna make a banner out of this one. Yes, Pat, I agree. You can use the whole piece, or like I did here, you can just cut whatever section you need off of that, and you can use exactly what you need. So for a banner, we're gonna cut right in the center of our rectangular piece, and we are going to go ahead and attach that in just a minute. And then we have another piece. These kind of look like little jingle bells or berries. I'm not sure what they are, but we're gonna go ahead and, thank you. We're gonna make another little banner just like that, okay? So it's a great way to showcase your designer series paper. So let's go ahead and attach those. So we're gonna do that. All right, so we have the one piece. You can use, the great thing about our designer series paper is there are 2 sides to every piece of designer series paper. So if you like one a little bit better than the other, you can go ahead and use that side. You're not gonna hurt my feelings at all, okay? So there are your 2 pieces there. Then you have your circle, which I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 dimensionals on the back of the circle. Okay, just like that. And I'm gonna add that to the front. I'm gonna add, this is one of the greenery pieces that is in the suite. So I stamped, it is Pear Pizzazz right on top of Pear Pizzazz, okay? You can see how it's darker when you use the stamp set right on top. And then we're gonna put possibly a pine cone on top. So this is early espresso. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little Tombow, put this right on top, okay? And it doesn't match up exactly, which is okay. We're all like that, right? Not everything has to be exact all the time. And we're gonna put our little pine cone there. We are going to put our beautiful little berries. 3 berries. You can add them wherever makes you happy, okay? It does look like a mistletoe leaf, Mom, I agree. All right, so we're gonna just add that right there. And then I'm gonna phone a friend and I'm gonna ask for the evening evergreening and see where people come running from. Thank you, Liz. All right, and so I'm gonna use a scrap of paper, and this is the 'Tis the Season. And I'm gonna ink this up. I'm just gonna stamp it right there. Look how nice and dark that is. I love the evening evergreen. Can't get enough of that. If you guys haven't, it's one of our new in colors. It's a great color to have in your arsenal of inks. That's not a bad word when you're talking about inks. And it's great for Christmas, but it also goes so nicely with our new soft succulent, which is another one of our in colors. They pair very nicely together. So if you haven't considered it, you might want to check it out. So there's our 'Tis the Season. So I'm gonna take the Tombow on one portion of it, and then I'm gonna take just a small piece of my dimensional, and I'm gonna put that on the other portion, okay? And I'm going to do the 'Tis the Season. So you're gonna have it flat here, and you're gonna have a little dimension there, okay? Then we're gonna take our inside piece with our Tombow, which is going to be our basic white cardstock. We're gonna open that baby up, and whoops, and we're gonna turn this over. Goodness gracious. And we are gonna apply that right to the inside, okay? And we are going to stamp a miraculous message on the inside that says, may this be a Christmas to remember and cherish. Just like that, okay? So that is card number 4. We're almost done, can you guys believe it? So we have one more card, and that one would be this is a great one because it uses a basic white cardstock base. So I don't know if you guys know, but we have both. We have a thick and we have a regular basic white cardstock, and I highly recommend the thick for your card bases, okay? So we have basic white, which is 4 1/4 by 11. Then we have Pear Pizzazz, which seems to be the color of the day. Using this in lots of different things. So that's going to be our next layer. I'm going to put that directly on top. Just like so. Just smooth that out. And then this might be my favorite, I'm not sure. I say that all the time, but my favorite piece of designer series paper. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that right to the front of our Pear Pizzazz. Okay, so these are just layers. They're 1/4 of an inch smaller each time you cut. Then this is another one of the dies that comes in the suite. This is one of the, check this out. It coordinates exactly with the designer series paper. And if I dig, I'm gonna find little holly berries there at the bottom, okay? And then I'm just gonna need the sentiment that goes in the front of that one and some twine. So this one is pretty straightforward and simple. And all right, so this one says, friends like you make this season special. So we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna stamp that right on our little die cut there. Okay. We're gonna tap it very gently as to not cause an earthquake over here. Check that out. Not too shabby. All right, so friends like you make this season special. And again, if you got a to-go kit, you have a little sheet of dimensionals because you can't make a card without a dimensional. That's just, you know, my philosophy. I'm gonna go ahead and use 4 sides, or basically sides and top and bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the backs off of those. Okay. And here we go. We're gonna put this right on here. And you could leave it just like that, but who wants to do that, right? We need to embellish and bedazzle and add lots of things. So here is our little, thank you so much for sharing. I greatly appreciate it. There's our little greenery piece. We're gonna have some of our little berries here at the bottom. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna tuck those in there. And then we are going to tie another bow for Diane Meluzio. So again, we're gonna double this because if you're using twine, you want people to know that it's there, right? You went the extra mile, so you want people to know that it's there. So you're just gonna, you can kind of finagle that a little bit and figure out, yep, exactly where you need it to be. You're gonna trim those pieces, okay? And then I'm gonna put mine right there on the corner, on the right-hand corner. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret. When you use the basic white, you don't have to worry about putting a layer of cardstock on the inside. So basic white is great. And then we have these, we're gonna bedazzle it a little bit. So check out these holly berries, and I'm gonna go ahead and just stick the gems right inside of the holly berries so you can see where they are. And of course I did them in a little triangular formation, so we can't disappoint there. So those are the 5 cards for this evening. They're pretty quick and easy. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 down at a time. So there are 2 there. Give you a chance to look at those. Okay. We're gonna do 2 more. So may this be the Christmas to remember, and have a holly jolly Christmas. There are those two. And last but not least, with the most beautiful ribbon of all, is the Love and Joy. Okay, so you can find this in your new holiday catalog. And it is actually, I'm going to show it to you real quick. It's the Painted Christmas Suite, okay? It's on page actually 16, 17, and 18 and 19. And there are two bundles that come with it. So the one bundle has all of your pine cones and your greenery. And then the other one, the Christmas to Remember, has your sentiments, all right? But then don't forget, you also have these beautiful holly leaves, golden holly leaves. I mean, who wants regular holly leaves when you can have golden holly leaves? And the cherry cobbler gold ribbon. And then you also have the beautiful designer series paper, which was featured in each of the cards this evening as well. Okay, so that one again is page 16 through 19. And then there's also my favorite, the one shop number. So, you know, when that special someone says, what did you buy today? You just say one thing, because you only use one number when you were shopping today, okay? So the one shop number, and don't forget that Celebration is going on now. So for every $50 before tax and shipping, you guys get to pick something for free in the Celebration catalog. So, so again, those are the 5 cards. And we are also going to be doing another one in September. That'll be September 24th. There will be 5 new designs with that one. And that will be with the gingerbread suite. And then we will also be featuring another one in October as well. So I hope that you will join me again. You guys have a great evening, and I can't wait to stamp with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.